Hello students, this is SD Sir again from the Temple of Excellence, Vidyashram Pre-University College, Mysore. Today I discuss session 4 from the chapter Potential and Capacitance. And my discussion today is very simple, very appreciable. What do I discuss in today's class? I will be discussing the physical meaning of something called as equipotential surfaces. We will understand what actually is an equipotential surface. We will understand the nature of equipotential surfaces. And finally, in different cases, we will understand how to sketch or draw an equipotential surface. ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸೆಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಕಲಿತಿದ್ದೀವಿ? ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ಈಕ್ವಿಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು ಅಂತ ಕಲಿತೀವಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಈಕ್ವಿಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸಸ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಫೈನಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಒಂದು ಈಕ್ವಿಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ನ ಸ್ಕೆಚ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. ನೌ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ an hawk-eye view on the definition of an equipotential surface, we will try to understand and recall what we did in yesterday's class. Very fundamentally, we derived a relationship between electric intensity and electric potential, which was of the form E is equal to minus dV by dx. And what did I call this dV by dx as? Potential gradient. Potential divided by distance. Potential as the ratio of distance. What did I call it as? Potential gradient. And very interestingly, what did we conclude? Any point of the electric field, if potential is a constant, then electric intensity at that point is 0. And we also gave reasons. What were the justifications we made? We told the total electric field inside a conductor is 0. We gave reasons as to why electric field should be tangential to a given surface, andre acting radial to the surface, always perpendicular to the surface. And we also ended by saying net charges present inside a conductor is 0 with the aid of Gauss law. Now to begin with, I will start to discuss the meaning of equipotential surface. ನೋಡಿ, ಈ ವರ್ಡ್ನ ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಫ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ವರ್ಡ್ equipotential, I understand it is an equal potential surface. So the word itself is describing the meaning. So what is an equipotential surface? Very clearly the definition says electric potential at every point of the system is the same. If you consider an equipotential surface, what would happen there? Electric potential at every point should be the same. ಒಂದು ಈಕ್ವಿಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸಚ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ equipotential surfaces. So my dear students, what is an equipotential surface? Any surface which has the same potential throughout any point. So if I consider an equipotential surface, consider points like A, B, C. What should happen at these points? All of them should have the same potential. Only then such a surface is called equipotential surface. Now, slightly upgrading my thinking, can I get an alternative definition for equipotential surface? Yes. Then what is that? It is that surface where the potential difference between any 2 points is 0 or constant. I repeat, potential difference between any 2 points should be 0 or constant. Such surfaces are called equipotential surfaces. For example, if VA is the potential at the point A and VB at the point B, then very clearly VA minus VB should be 0. Under this condition, I call this surface as an equipotential surface. And the example for an equipotential surface is an electric dipole. 2 charges which has same magnitude, opposite in nature, equal and opposite charges separated by small distance. That system is considered to be an equipotential surface. Now, understanding the properties of equipotential surfaces. ನಾನು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ? ಒಂದು ಈಕ್ವಿಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ potential at any point on that surface should be the same, or potential difference between any 2 points should be 0 or some constant. Now, the first property I study here is very beautiful. No work is done to move a charge. No work, very beautiful, is done to move a charge from one point to another on an equipotential surface. How is it possible? I have to move the charge from one point to another. All my previous discussions I have told, the charge cannot fly. You have to do some work to push the charge. But here, now I say, if it is an equipotential surface, my dear friends, no work has to be done to move the charge. Surprising alva? ಈ ಸೆಷನ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ನ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ಗೆ ಎಳಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೆ. ಆದರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಅದೊಂದು ಈಕ್ವಿ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಆದರೆ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟಿಗೆ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏನೂ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Mathematically, how will I substantiate? This is an equipotential surface. So consider this to be an equipotential surface. For example, surface of an electric dipole. 2 points I consider on the surface, point A and point B. Remember, it is an equipotential surface. A charge Q is placed at the point A. Ellide charge? It is placed at the point A. What has to happen? I have to push the charge, move the charge to the point B. Now, I told again, work. By basic definition of potential, we told V equals W by Q, alva? Fundamentally, ನಾನು ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ನ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ V was equal to W divided by Q. ಈಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ? I am moving the charge from the point A to the point B. From A, it is pushed to the point B. Certainly, there has to be a potential difference between these 2 points. And what is that potential difference? VB minus VA. Difference in potentials between the 2 points. VB minus VA. That is equal to W divided by Q. Basically potential. Now, my dear friends, we have considered an equipotential surface. So, what should happen? VA has to be equal to VB. Equipotential surface consider ಮಾಡಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ potential at A, which is VA, has to be equal to potential at B, which is VB. Andre, my left hand side becomes 0. They are equal. So 0 equals W by Q. For this to happen, I cannot equate Q to be 0. Certainly it has some magnitude. It is charge. So Q cannot be equal to 0. So the only implication is W has to be 0. And what is W? Work done. Beautiful. So mathematically I have shown if you have to move a charge from one point to another on an equipotential surface, no work has to be done. Work done is conserved. The simple reason, at any point of the surface, potential always remains the same. So dear students, the first assertion we have discussed here is no work is done to move a charge from one point to another on an equipotential surface. Now, going ahead, the second thing or the second logical assertion is equipotential surfaces indicate regions of strong or weak electric fields. Tumba beautiful agide. What is an equipotential surface indicating? Whether the given electric field is strong or weak. Adak sadhya. The moment I talk about a strong electric field, the moment I talk about a weak electric field, I am simply considering electric field strength. Alva? Strong electric field adruno, weak electric field adruno, yenan consider martidivi? Electric field strength. Electric field strength andreno? Electric intensity. Equipotential surface andre potential is coming to picture. So how do I relate electric intensity and electric potential? Very clearly, I have proved yesterday E equals minus dV by dx. Why? Here I have to show that equipotential surface is an indicator of how strong the electric field is or how weak the electric field is. So I have to relate intensity with potential. E equals minus dV by dx. What is dV here? Again, potential difference between any 2 points. And no, since it is again an equipotential surface, dV has to remain constant. So this factor is not contributing to my discussion here. Why? Because given is an equipotential surface, so E dV should be constant. So the implication now is E is inversely proportional to dx, which means on this surface I consider 2 points very close to each other. If the 2 points are close to each other, field strength should increase. Why? Inversely related. And if the 2 points are far away from each other, the field strength should decrease. So very clearly, this expression follows that equipotential surfaces indicates what? Whether a given electric field strength is maximum or minimum. When do you call the field strength is maximum? When the 2 points considered are close on the surface. Why? Distance has reduced, naturally the strength has to increase. When do I say it is a weak electric field? Distance has increased between the points. Therefore, it is a weak electric field. So very clearly you can see here, students, equipotential surfaces are the indications of how strong or weak the electric field is. Now, going ahead, we will now try to understand what is the nature of equipotential surfaces. First case, the nature of equipotential surface for positive isolated point charge. If I consider positive isolated single point charge, what should be the nature of an equipotential surface? And we have proved or derived that electric potential due to a positive point charge is 1 by epsilon naught Q divided by R. See, this is a positive point charge. You have plus Q, and I have already hitherto explained when you have a single point positive charge, field lines go away radially from the charge. At a negative point charge ididre, they act radially inwards. But this is a positive point charge. So what is the nature of field lines? They have to act radially outwards. And what is the nature of the equipotential surface here? They are concentric spherical surfaces. As you can see, this is for the first radius, second radius, third radius. You can see as the points are going away, they are forming concentric spherical circles. So for a positive isolated point charge, field lines are always concentric spherical surfaces. What if there is a pair of similar point positive charges? Pair andre eradu. Now I have to draw equipotential surface in case of a pair of positive point charges. This is for one positive point charge. Again, one single isolated positive point charge. But we have been asked to do it for a pair. So when you draw a pair, this is what is the nature. The equipotential surface is now dumbbell shaped. For a pair of positive point charges, this was for isolated, we studied earlier, spherical concentric circles. But for positive point charges considered as a pair, it is dumbbell shaped equipotential surface. Why dumbbell shaped? Again, to just prove that field lines should never intersect each other. Properties of field lines. We are not supposed to have intersection of field lines. That is why this becomes an dumbbell shape. And lastly, to draw the nature of equipotential surface present for uniform electric field. What was uniform electric field? If the field exerts equal magnitude of charge or equal magnitude of force at any point on the charge, it is called uniform electric field. So what is the nature of the surface? They are planes at right angles to the field lines. See, uniform electric field. These are the field lines. What is the nature of the surface now? They are planes. And how are they arranged? Right angles to the field lines. Therefore, students, quickly to recap, what is that we studied? Equipotential surface. ಏನು ಹಾಗಂದ್ರೆ it should have same potential at all points, or potential difference between 2 points should be constant. What is the work done to move the charge from one point to another on an equipotential surface? Zero. Very interesting, because potential difference is constant. What does an equipotential surface indicate? Regions of strong and weak electric fields. And for 3 different cases, we have learned how to sketch equipotential surfaces. So I hope you have understood today's session. Have a thorough revision on it. Until then, before I meet you all in the next session, have a good time. Thank you.